Let's be honest. If group fitness was only about the workout, people would try it once and move on.
Yeah, but they don't. They come back again and again. So what's really bringing people back?
On the surface, group fitness looks like music, movement, sweat, but underneath, there is something much deeper happening.
That's right. People aren't just coming back for calories burned. They're coming back for connection, for identity, for how the experience makes them feel. This episode today, episode 89, it pulls back the curtain on the real reasons people stay. I'm Terry Shorter.
I'm Kimberly Spreen Glick.
Welcome to Group X Appeal. So today is all about 5 reasons people keep coming back to their group exercise class.
Absolutely.
I think there's a lot more than that.
Many, many more. But
we're going to
focus on 5.
Yeah.
Probably a 5 that we find most valuable.
Let's go.
That came up for us. So
let's go.
The first one, a reason that people keep coming back to group exercise is they feel seen.
Yeah.
You know, think about it, when someone knows your name or your effort is acknowledged or they remember something about your life or your passions, what you do outside of class, it matters.
Yeah.
You know, it matters. You feel seen. And there's something about that. You know, we've talked about this before, but it's really interesting how in life as humans, like our greatest desire is to be seen.
Yeah.
It is also our greatest fear. So when we can minimize that fear in group exercise and help people be seen in a positive way, it can be really powerful and absolutely can be what makes them come back again and again. So who is the first person that made you feel seen in a class? Do you have a story around that?
Yeah, I mentioned that in the last episode in 88 when we talked about the first experience, your very first experience in a group exercise class. If you haven't heard or seen that, please go back to episode 88.
That was fun.
We talked about that first experience, and for me, I talked about Shalene Johnson.
Yep.
You know, she made me feel seen right out of the gate. Walking into the class before it even started, before the music turned on, before everyone was all hot, sweaty messes, and before anybody knew who I was at all. You know, they made me feel like, okay, we see you. This is your place. This is home, and it's been home ever since in the studio.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I love that. You know, I don't remember names. My first class was when I was 18, so I don't remember much about that year.
That wasn't that long ago. That was only 3 years ago.
So long ago. Oh my gosh. What are we looking at? Like 30, almost 34 years. Holy moly.
Wow.
It's like 34 years ago, peeps.
Wow.
So I don't remember names, but I do remember these women who, you know, as I mentioned in the last episode, they were a bit older than me. They were not old. But they were older than me.
Older than you when you were 18.
I was only 18. And so they took a very mothering approach. So I definitely felt seen with them.
Good.
They missed me when I wasn't there, and I felt like when I was there, I was seen for sure.
Love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that leads us to part number 2. When people feel seen, what happens? It becomes part of their identity, right? It's no longer I go to class. You know, I go to this cycle class or this yoga class. It really becomes more of like, this is who I am. This is who I've become, right? And so when it becomes part of their identity, you know that they are in it. They are committed, and they found their place. They found their people.
Yeah. There is something that feels significantly different between saying, I take group exercise, or I am a group exercise participant, or I am part of this group exercise community. To feel like you're really part of it, that is a huge identity shift.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's when you know you're in it.
Yeah.
In it to win it.
So the third thing that we think really helps people continue to come back is that it's a mental reset. I mean, I don't know about you, but I know for me and for a lot of people I know that I see in class, that class is therapy.
Do you feel like a therapist?
I do not feel like a therapist.
Okay, good answer.
I feel like an escape facilitator, though. And I've often said that in class, like this is, whether it's 45 minutes or an hour, like this is an opportunity to like escape from the day to day, whether it's because it's maybe humdrum, boring to routine, or their stress.
Right.
It's like they can leave that at the door or bring it in with them
and work that
and
out.
work through it. Yeah. I mean, it happens all the time. The class becomes a place where people can release stress, to clear their mind. And we've talked before about the importance of connecting with others because it is a community experience, but to also reconnect with yourself. It can happen. I was sharing before we started filming that in cycle class this morning, a member shared with me at the end of class that she really appreciated class because it's her time to work stuff out in her head,
she use
things
the
that
word
are
stuff?
stressing. She didn't use the words. He knows she didn't use the word stuff. He's trying to get me to say the S word, and I'm not going to.
I'm not going to say the
But
S
not
word.
gonna do
My
it.
mama will
Not
be
gonna do it.
upset
You
with
can't-
me.
You can't make me. But she shared that she works stuff out
There you
during
go.
class. So it's
Some
a
people
great
have more stuff
opportunity.
than other people have
Yeah.
stuff.
But that mental reset, I mean, that is something worth coming back for.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, there's a lot of times we have a lot of stuff on our hands that we just need to release into the ethers, and the group exercise environment is the perfect place to do it.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's also community. It's all about their community. That's what keeps people keeps them committed, keeps them coming back, because they see the familiar faces. They, they get to experience that shared effort and that, again, that sense of belonging that you
Yeah.
spoke about earlier. Everybody
That's huge.
it's like it's part of human nature, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the basic human needs is having that sense of belonging. And so think about it. When you attend a class, who in your class makes you feel like family? And I can guarantee you, as you're thinking about these people, you're probably smiling, maybe getting a little bit giddy, right? Because they're the people that kind of bring happiness into your life, bring joy into your life. And it all stems from showing up to your group exercise class.
Isn't that wild?
It is awesome.
That it can come from group exercise, that sense of community and belonging. And it's so cool. So the fifth thing we wanted to share with you that keeps people coming back is very simple, but for me, this is the most powerful thing that we've mentioned, and that is they feel better when they leave.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of different ways to look at this. One is just physically. The fact
given.
is, and one reason people continue to come back is they get results.
Yeah.
They feel better. It's the simplest truth, but they get stronger. They become more flexible. They improve their flexibility, their stability, balance challenge. They improve their mobility, like all the abilities.
The abilities. Their
all the
abilities improve.
Get improved. And so there's this physical, your cardiovascular capacity, you can improve your VO2 max. All of these results from a physical perspective
They happen.
get improved and enhanced in the group exercise setting. So yes, they feel better when they leave because they have received these benefits, these results. But it's not just physical.
No.
Group exercise goes far beyond the physical. When people walk out, they don't just feel better physically, stronger physically, more flexible physically. They feel better and stronger emotionally. And that is something that we cannot ignore.
For sure. Yeah, you can't duplicate that experience. I've tried to all by myself.
Oh my.
Just me, myself, and I.
I worry at what he might be doing to try to replicate.
In a group exercise environment. No, on the fitness
By all
floor,
means.
right? When it's time to do my strength work.
Got it.
By myself.
By yourself.
Strength work.
Just you, yourself,
Just
and
me,
you.
myself, and my headphones, of course.
Yeah.
I feel like I get really, really solid workouts, but that is pretty much it.
Yeah.
I feel stronger. I feel like I got a good lift in, good pump and all, a good pump
You have
and
to
all that.
pump you up.
But I don't leave with the emotional elements,
Yeah,
right?
it's like
that
a sense
release.
of fulfillment, right?
Right. And of course, there's zero connection unless I'm connecting with myself, which is fine. I could do that, but there's no other connection that's
Yeah,
happening.
exactly.
So, it cannot be
Something about
duplicated.
it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that, there's research behind why group exercise is exploding. And we talked about that in episode number 87. So go back and listen to that one if you haven't already, why, it is way more effective just in terms of the results and the stick-to-itness, the consistency in a group exercise kind of environment as opposed to just training by yourself. So listen to that, by the way, because it's not something that people just do. It's something that people become a part of.
Definitely. So if you ever wondered why people keep coming back, maybe if you wonder why do I feel so drawn to continue to come back to class? Well, now you know.
Yeah.
And if you haven't experienced it yet, well, this is your invitation.
Yeah.
So you could go back and listen to the last episode 88, because that was all about your first class. So if you haven't tried your first class, listen to that episode, because we invite you to look into group exercise as a great way to not only get stronger, have a healthier way of life, but also to have a happier life.
Yeah.
It's really cool. This is your invitation.
Yeah.
Come play.
Absolutely. And if you have any other reasons why you stick with group exercise, your group exercise classes, regardless of what they are in any modality, we would love to know, what those reasons are. Share them, please.
Yeah, I would love to hear that. Inspire us.
Yes.
Definitely.
You already do, but keep inspiring us.
Exactly.
Keep inspiring us.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, just share in the comments, or if you see this clip on YouTube somewhere, let us know on YouTube, on Instagram. We're the different places. I get confused. But by all means, comments, like, share, follow, do all the things that help support the podcast. We so appreciate your support as we move through this journey. We're having so much fun
Always.
bringing value to you, and we hope that you are getting as much out of it and having as much fun with it as we are having fun putting it together.
Yep, always. And, one of the things we say as we're ending,
That was easy.
that was easy.
Yes, indeed.
Love this button. So that is it for today. Thanks for joining us on episode number 89. Be sure to check in with us on episode number 90. We have a very special guest coming to
Yes.
join us. You're not going to want to miss it because this month, and we don't like to timestamp any of our episodes, but this month rather, is Mental Awareness Month. And
mental health, yeah.
Mental Health Awareness Month. And we have a very special guest who's going to be giving us some insight, some inspiration, and dropping some serious knowledge. So that is knowledge. So that's it for us today. I'm Terry Shorter.
I'm Kimberly Spreen Glick.
And as always, we encourage you to make it a fantastic day. And why, Kimberly?
Because it is a fantastic day to have.
Yes, it is.
Much
Take care.